Okay, all right. So I'll just I'll begin now. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna share my screen, and I'm gonna just tell you about the topics I'm gonna talk about, and then I'm gonna start the session. And then after the session, you can ask me any information you want about Russia. Yeah. So okay, I'll just 1 second. Okay, I'm trying to. You can see my screen. Are you able to see my screen? Okay. All right. All right. So I'll just go through what I'm going to talk about. So I'm going to talk about things like a sample itinerary for Russia, um, about flights, about visas, about an immigration slip, the currency, SIM card, weather, luggage, um, about travel adapters, Indian restaurants, Russian food, language issues, taxis, budgeting scams, changing money restrictions, and why people don't smile in Russia. Okay, so these are the topics for the day. And all right, so I'm just going to put on this. I'll just put on this presentation, which you can see. So, are you able to see this slides? I mean, is it visible to you? I don't know what's happening because I'm not sure. Okay, okay, fine. All right. So, okay. So basically, this is about 1 second, Russia, and 1 second, my laptop is going there. So this is the map of Russia, and these are the two main cities, Moscow and Saint Petersburg, which are the two main cities in Russia to travel to for the first timer. So, and then Russia, this is some facts about Russia. It's the largest country in the world, population 144 million, capital is Moscow, official language is Russian, time difference 2.5 hours behind Indian Standard Time. Currency is ruble and it's 1:1. So 1 rupee in India is 1 rupee in Russia. So it's quite cheap actually to travel to Russia. Best time to travel is between April and October. When it's cold, it can be very cold, -25, and in some places -40, 45, and 60 also. And when it's hot, it can even go up to 30 and 32. So it's like extreme weathers. And April to October is the best time to travel. Then Moscow is the main city, the capital city of Russia. So also the financial capital, historical capital, political capital. Very huge city, and definitely one of the most beautiful cities I've been to. This is the very famous cathedral, and yeah, so this is the Kremlin, this is the cathedral, and a lot of good architecture in Russia. That was Moscow, and this is the Red Square. This cathedral's in the Red Square. This is St. Petersburg. This is definitely the most beautiful city in Europe by far. Okay, not Paris, not Switzerland, Geneva, nothing. I mean, St. Petersburg is the most beautiful city in Europe. And this is the Hermitage, the museum on the left. This is the canal. And I'll talk more about St. Petersburg later. I'll just go through the presentation now. Uh, the itinerary. So what most people, when they come first time to Russia, the most common itinerary for the first timer is Moscow and St. Petersburg. This is like how we have in India, Delhi, Jaipur, Agra, Golden Triangle. They have only these two, Moscow and St. Petersburg. There are many other places to see in Russia, but these two are the most important. So people normally go here. So a sample itinerary like to visit Moscow and St. Petersburg is like 5 nights, 6 days. Okay. This is a sample itinerary of a tour company. So this is what they offer: dinners and a tour manager and tank ride and AK-47 shooting and hotels. Okay. For example, you can also do AK-47 shooting bullets over there, tank ride, tour manager, breakfast, the Neva cruise in St. Petersburg. Sapsan is a bullet train, one-way ticket bullet train, and SIM card with unlimited internet, visa charges, and metro tour of Moscow. Okay. So first day, basically, you arrive in St. Petersburg, you check into the hotel, you freshen up, you relax, and then go in the evening for the Neva cruise, which is the canal cruise, for 1 hour cruise. And then you go to eat your meal in the restaurant, Indian restaurant buffet dinner, veg, non-veg. Then you're back to the hotel, and then overnight you stay in the hotel. There are many good hotels. I'll talk about hotels later. Okay, this is the day one in St. Petersburg. Then day two in St. Petersburg is breakfast at the hotel. Then you go for a tank ride, a real tank, army tank. You sit on the tank, and they take you for 10 minutes. And then you go for the AK-47 shooting. So they give you 10 bullets to shoot AK-47. Then you come back, and then you go to all the other highlights of the city in the city center, the Kazan Cathedral, Isaacs Cathedral, all the other places. And then you have some free time, then you have dinner, and then you go back to the hotel. So you have 2 nights in St. Petersburg. Okay. Then St. Petersburg to Moscow. Next day you will go to Moscow. You can see the bullet train. It's beautiful. The bullet train, it goes up to 180, 190 kilometers per hour. It takes 4 hours to reach from St. Petersburg to Moscow, which is about 700 kilometers. Yeah, and then you arrive in Moscow, you go to the restaurant, and you go to the hotel, and that's it. So today you don't do any sightseeing because you're traveling the whole day. Then on the fourth day in Moscow, you have breakfast, you do the sightseeing. A lot of places to see. I will cover that in another document I have. And then you go to the Indian restaurant, and then you come back to the hotel. Okay, so you do the Moscow metro tour, which is very popular. I'll explain more. It's about the subway tour in Moscow. Okay, then on day 5, you go to see the circus. The circus is one of the most amazing circus in the world. It's world famous. And why it's popular is because they still have all these animals like the bears and horses, zebras, tigers, lions, panthers, leopards. A lot of places in the world, they have stopped using animals, but in Russia, they're still using animals, and it's very good, the circus. So it's very, very popular and unmissable. Okay, and then you see the Kremlin, which is the political building inside the Red Square where Putin, the president, works from. And then in the evening, you go for shopping in the evening, and then you go again for dinner to the Indian restaurants. And then you go to the hotel. Okay, I think I might be going at a little fast pace. That's because I'm on a free account of Zoom, so I'm scared like I might not finish the meeting in time. But don't worry, I'm recording the meeting, and I will put up the link to the recording so you can go through it later, and you can also pause, and you can bring down the speed. I can even put it to YouTube, and you can watch it over there. All right. So this is this is on the 5th day to Moscow. Then next day you depart, have breakfast, you have free time to go and see some things on your own, do your last minute shopping and everything. And then you go to the airport, and then you come back to India or wherever. So the flights to Russia, they mostly go from Delhi. They are planning to start from Mumbai also. As of now, most flights are going directly from Delhi by Aeroflot, which is the Russian airline. It takes about 6 hours. And the visas for Russia becoming much easier now, because from the 1st of January, they're gonna have e-visas. That means you don't need to apply into the consulate or embassy or nothing. You can just go online, you can type in your details and everything, and you can get your visa by email after like 3 or 4 days. That will make it very easy, because getting a visa was one of the biggest challenges for Russia. Okay, so visa is not going to be a problem after the 1st of January. Then what about now? What is the first? Let me see. Okay, I'll just come back to the topics I'm going to discuss. Okay, so these are the topics. Oh yeah. Okay. All right. So okay, I've shown you the Moscow to St. Petersburg itinerary. Now flights, I've told you Aeroflot. If you want to go from Mumbai, then you can go via any airline. You'll have Emirates, Etihad. They go via Dubai, Abu Dhabi. So you'll get a lot of via flights. Okay, so you can reach easily, no problem. Other than that, visas I've covered. Immigration slip, yeah, that's an immigration slip which is very important. You will get this immigration slip at Moscow when you arrive, when you do your immigration, and you're not supposed to lose it. If you lose it, it's going to be a big problem. There'll be a fine or whatever. So be very careful and keep it safely with you. Otherwise, you will have problems while coming back. Currency is ruble, Russian ruble, and it is 1:1. So it's very cheap actually. Russia is very similar to Bombay and other places in India. The buying and everything is very similar. So for meals, taxis, whatever you pay in Mumbai, Delhi, it will be the same you pay over there. Don't carry Indian currency to Russia because they are not changing it in the exchanges over there. Only carry dollars, euros, pounds, or whatever, or change Russian currency from here and go. Then SIM card, you can always activate your roaming from here, but that will be more expensive. If you want, you can buy a SIM card in Russia when you land at the airport. It's very cheap. Depending on the scheme, for 400, 600 rupees, you will get a SIM card for 1 week and you can use data and calls in that. So not very difficult. And you can go for Beeline, Tele2, Megaphone. These are the three main networks in Russia. Weather, like I said, weather can be very dicey. So you have to make sure that you carry your clothes accordingly because a lot of people don't come prepared for the weather. So if it's cold, you got to bring more than one jacket, two jackets, layers, fleece, whatever. All right. Shoes also, I mean, especially in the winter, I mean, you have to be careful that Nike Reebok shoes might not work because it's very slippery with the snow. So if you better to get something like a good, maybe not a trekking shoe, but something more stronger than just a normal Reebok or a Nike shoe. I mean, they will also work, but it'll be dangerous. Luggage and porters. Okay, so luggage, Indians carry a lot of extra luggage for no reason. And because there are no porters, I mean, very less porters over there, you have to remember you have to carry your stuff all the time. From the airport to the hotel, in the bus, I mean, everywhere from the bus to the hotel room to the train station, in the train, everything. Okay, so make sure you carry luggage, not very heavy luggage, because otherwise you will be carrying everywhere and you'll be having a problem. Travel adapter, because in Russia the point system for the extension sockets and plugs is different to what we have in India. So you need to buy this from Amazon for 100 or 150 rupees, a universal travel adapter which will work in Russia. You will get it over there, but it will be like 5 times the price. So might as well, before coming, you better buy this from here. Then other than that, Indian food is available in St. Petersburg and Moscow. These are some of the restaurants. I will post it in the chat over here. So you in St. Petersburg, you will have all these restaurants. In Moscow, you will have all these restaurants. All these restaurants are tried and tested by me. So I mean, I can assure you, these are the really good ones. Russian food is actually very nice. A lot of people think it's very boring and very bland and no masala. It is true. I mean, it's not very spicy, but it's actually quite tasty. And you normally have vegetarian and non-vegetarian in equal. Like, so both, even the vegetarian can survive easily over there. So you can get steaks, soups, salads, dumplings, bread, pies. These are soups and salads are like a daily staple. Like everybody will have it daily with their food. Language issues. Yes, language will be a problem in Russia because not many people speak. So you need to carry the Google Translate app and download the Russian dictionary so that, yeah. Okay. So, yeah, because otherwise it's going to be a slight problem, but nothing major. I mean, you'll still survive and it will be fine. All right. Then what else? Taxis. Taxis are a big scam in Russia. So if you take a normal taxi, even with meter, you will 100% get cheated. Okay, so from the airport or anywhere in the city, very dangerous to get a taxi. So you will end up paying at least 10 to 20 times more. Yeah, for a 400 rupee ride, you can even pay 5,000 rupees. So be careful. So download these two apps called Get and Yandex Taxi. and use them. They are just like Ola and Uber, very simple to use and very easy. So these are the genuine two apps you can use, Get and Yandex Taxi. I will put it in the chat so you will get an idea. Then for budget prices, hotels, food and shopping. So prices, like I mentioned, is very similar to India. So whatever you would spend in Delhi or whatever you would spend in Delhi, Mumbai, those are the similar prices. So hotels, if you're not looking for something fancy, then you can even get a hotel from like 3,500, 4,000 rupees. A very good hotel, I mean, decent hotel with family, you can stay over there. And of course, I mean, if you go for higher, you can get whatever, like 10, 20, 30, 40,000, whatever. But if you want to stay in a decent hotel, even like 3,500, 4,000, you will get a nice place, maybe not in the center of the city. But if you stay close to a metro, it will be easy because metro is everywhere in Russia and it's very fast. So you can use that. Then what else? Scams, like I said, taxis are the biggest scams, and pickpocketing is a problem in tourist areas. So you have to be careful of pickpockets, keep your passports and all very safely. All right. Uh, what else? Changing money, like I said, no Indian money is allowed. So carry only US dollars. Restrictions, yeah, drinking in public places. This is very important because a lot of people think uh, that Russia, you can just go outside and you can drink in the garden or outside the pub or whatever. It's not allowed. It's very strict. So do not try this. And police will come and take you into the police station. They'll take your passport and a big fine or a bribe. And also smoking in the hotel, in the lobby, anywhere in the room is not allowed in entire Russia. So you'll have to come out of the hotel, designated smoking zones outside the hotel and smoke. Otherwise, you will get fined again. People don't smile in Russia. That is one of the things I keep hearing. It's true because they don't like to smile to anybody and everybody like how Americans or how other people, or even we Indians, we are also very friendly type, you know, when we start talking to anybody in the train or a bus or whatever. They don't do that. They don't believe in that. That doesn't make them bad people. It's just like how they are. Okay. So once they get to know you, once they know you and if they like you, they'll be very happy to smile, laugh, and drink and talk and with you. But other than that, don't expect unnecessary, just like namesake, like smiling and asking how are you, and all those pleasantries. What most people do, just for the sake of asking, they don't do all that. So they're very genuine people. If they want to ask you how are you, that means they're really meaning how about you, like how are you. They really want to ask how are you. They will not just ask how are you just for time pass. Okay, this is a link to my YouTube channel, so I will put it also in the chat. So maybe if you haven't yet subscribed, so you can subscribe to my YouTube channel. I will be putting more videos in my channel very soon. So this was about the things to discuss. I've already covered. Now I'll just quickly go to Moscow, things to do. Okay, so Moscow, things to do. These are, I mean, Moscow is a huge city. Obviously, there are a lot of things which are like, some are missing from here, but it's impossible for me to cover everything. So I have covered only the things which I believe are like, you have to do, must do. You cannot come back without doing these things. Okay, these are the main highlights. Other than that, there are a lot of other stuff. So when you're going, you can ask me later on. So metro tour, absolute must do. You can do it on your own. Just buy a ticket and go on the metro, and you see the beautiful metro stations. I mean, they're made like palaces and museums. So you don't go to see the train. You go to see the train station. So you go on the train, you go to one station, take pictures, you go to another station, again take pictures. So that's what you keep doing. Like, you, at least there are many good stations, but if you see like 5 to 6 good ones, so they're very popular ones, then you'll be happy, like, you saw it, because nowhere in the world you will see such kind of train stations. Then Red Square is very important because it's in the Kremlin, and the main cathedral is over there. Victory Parks are a very big culture in Russia. So you need to go and see a park. It's beautiful. And you can do the river cruise on the Radisson boat. It's amazing. It's a 3-hour cruise and not very expensive, about 1,000 rupees. You can do the Kremlin tour. There are a lot of art galleries. You can go to the Bolshoi Theater, the world's best theater for ballet. You can see the Church of Christ the Saviors. I will put all this in the chat. And the Space Museum is unmissable. Definitely one of the best. Okay, the Russians are very good in space. So You should go to the Space Museum, and you can go to the weekend flea market for shopping, souvenirs, bargaining. Sparrow Hills, the Moscow State University. You can ride the tank and AK-47 shooting. So all these things you can do in Moscow. All right. Now I'll just close this and I'll take you to St. Petersburg. I'm rushing because there's only like 10 minutes left, and after that it will get disconnected. And I don't know if you still want to continue, then you might have to join again. But if I can finish this within 10 minutes, then it will be fine. So this is St. Petersburg. Things to see and do in St. Petersburg. Canal cruise on the Neva River. This is absolutely must do. Okay, it's the most beautiful thing. A 1 hour cruise in a small boat, but through going through the canals. And St. Petersburg, like I mentioned earlier, it's a very beautiful city, the best city. I mean, like I've been to Europe all over, and I don't think I've seen a more beautiful city than this one, St. Petersburg. Okay, opening of the bridges after midnight. This is again a must do. So go after midnight. There are 300 bridges in St. Petersburg, but there are few very big ones, very popular one, like the one near the palace. So all of these, not all, but most of them will open in the night, just like the one you see in London. So they open, the bridges open because in the night, the cargo ships and the cruise liners, they pass through. So they will open. And it's a beautiful, in the night, it's all lit up and the city is looking very beautiful in the night. And it's just an amazing experience to see the bridges. Then you can go and see the Hermitage Museum if you're interested in museums. This is the world's second biggest museum. There are so many exhibits inside that if you stand in front of every exhibit for 1 minute, it will take you 11 years to finish the museum. So you can imagine. Peterhof Palace, again, about 45 minutes away from St. Petersburg. Definitely 100% must do. The fountains and the palace is brilliant. It's just beautiful. Catherine Palace, another place 35 minutes away from St. Petersburg. Again, 100% you have to do. Mariinsky Theatre for Ballet. That's not a spelling mistake. Mariinsky is spelled like that. And it's one of the best theaters in the world for ballet. So only if you're interested in ballet, then you can go. Tickets are very expensive, like 8,000, 10,000, depending on the which one. Then the vodka museum, if you want to see how vodka is made. A lot of people think Russians are drinking vodka all day, but that's not true. Actually, they are drinking tea all day. Not the Indian tea, but they have black tea with lemon sometimes. But they are more into tea than vodka. So what you see in the movies and all is not true. Then, if you want to see the churches, there are 3 good churches in St. Petersburg. St. Isaac's Cathedral, Kazan Cathedral, Savior on the Spilled Blood. These 3 are the absolute 100% must-do cathedrals in St. Petersburg. The architecture is just amazing. And the bars on Rubinsteiner Street. For nightlife, there are some good pubs. And for nightclubs, also, there are some very good nightclubs in St. Petersburg. So you can party in St. Petersburg from literally from 7 o'clock in the evening to 7 o'clock in the morning. I mean, it will give a run for its money to places like New York and London, because it's so lively at night in the nightclubs, and you can get every kind of entertainment you're looking for in Russia, in St. Petersburg and in Moscow. So if you go to the right pubs and nightclubs, you'll have a great time. There are many, so you need to do some research before you go to the right clubs. Otherwise, you might end up going to the wrong one. Then it might be a problem. What else? I think I've finished this also. Now, what else is pending? Let me see. What else? If you want to see the Russian immigration slip, this is how it looks like. Okay, so this is what you'll get at the airport in your passport. If you lose this slip, no hotel will give you a room. Okay, this slip and the passport has to be submitted at the hotel to give you the room. So if you don't have this, you will have to have a problem. Running out of time. Running out of your room, group meeting. Oh my God! Wow, okay. So they have taken out the 40-minute. Okay, so I don't know, maybe luck or whatever. But yeah. So what else I was saying? Okay, things to do. Russia tour. I've gone through the itinerary. I've gone through it very fast, but I will send you the itinerary. Other than that, what else? I mean, yes, I will put the link. I also have a video of something similar on my YouTube channel already, so I'll put a link to that also in the chat. Um, yeah. Other than that, if you have any questions, you can ask me now, because I think I have said whatever I wanted to very quickly. I have gone through it very quickly, but I thought it was going to end. But if anybody else wants to ask me any question, then you can. I'm going to stop sharing the screen now. But if you can ask me any questions you have. So anybody wants to ask? I didn't see the chat. A lot of people have written some questions in the chat. Yeah, okay. Okay, I'll have to answer this. I was talking, so I didn't see the. Um, okay, so is the Bolshoi Theatre year round? Yes, it is year round, but maybe not every day they will have a show. But you can see the official website. It's in English also. They will show you what is the shows running like, and then you can choose you can even buy your tickets online. What's the good season to visit Russia? It's like April to October. Nightlife is perfect. I mean, much better than anywhere else in the world, I would say. What else? What other questions are there? Is it safe to be out at midnight? Yes, it is very safe. Russia is actually a very, very safe. I was quite surprised. Russia is very safe. I heard a lot of bad things about Russia, but all not true. It's much safer than, definitely much safer than Europe, America. Definitely much safer. So you can be out all night and not a problem. Of course, I mean, like if you get into a trouble or fights or whatever, then it's not safe. But overall, as a country, it's definitely safe. Uh, Please do tell us why you are an authority in this field and in this country. So why am I authority in this field and country? Because I've been related to travel industry for nearly 20 years. I have traveled to, I don't know, I mean, more than 43 countries, and I have lived in Russia. Like for 2 years, I've been there. Out of that 1 year completely, I was doing tours in Russia, and I'm married to a Russian. So I don't know what else. I mean, I can say about authority. So yeah, maybe that will answer your question. I mean, I don't say authority, but whatever I know, I'm just telling you. Maybe I don't know everything, but whatever I know to the best of my abilities, I'm telling you. And I think that should be more than enough, because I have handled tours and so many Indians over there in the last couple of years, and everybody has been happy with me. So probably I'm doing something right. What about Siberia? Can you go there easily? Of course, you can go there, but I mean, easily means during the right weather. So in winter and all, it'll be a problem. But you can take the Trans-Siberian. I've actually done the Trans-Mongolian Express from starting from Beijing to Mongolia to Russia, which is excellent. So I will probably launch that tour next year also. So you can go to Siberia. Why not? I mean, it's you can go anywhere in Russia, but maybe not in the winter. Thanks a lot for, yeah, welcome Mehul. I'm glad you found it informative and helpful. So what is the verdict, Russia or China? Because some people know that I love China. Well, China is where my heart and soul belongs. Russia is where my body belongs. So I think I need to live in Russia, but my heart and soul will always be with China. Yeah, anybody wants to ask any more questions, you can unmute yourself and also ask. I mean, you don't need to ask only on the chat. If you want, you can, others can also hear you. So anybody who wants to ask any questions, like, I mean, whatever. Anything I have not covered, anything which you think is like missing from...
What's the cost of visa going to be? So from Jan 1st? Any
uh,
idea?
that is not yet released officially, but it will not, should not be more than 5,000. Should not be more than 5,000, yeah, approximately that. And that is one of the biggest tension which is gone, you know, like the visas, because that was the most irritating part in getting, because there was a lot of paperwork involved. You need a letter from the Russian travel agent signed and stamped by the immigration authority from there and all that. So it is amazing that they have done this for Indian people, because they are expecting a lot of Indian tourists. So definitely Indians are going to be traveling over there. So,
and how's this corona thing? How's the tourist situation in this corona thing? Like right now,
I mean,
as we speak?
corona, I mean, definitely it's not yet gone completely, but there are definitely more chilled out than us, because first of all, it's not so bad over there like compared to India. I mean, it was bad at one point in the beginning, but then they controlled it, and now everybody's going out, walking around without masks, going to parties, clubs, pubs. So it's become very normal. But of course, I mean, it's not completely gone completely. So I mean, that we'll see now later. I think the what do you say? The season will only begin next year at the end of March, the first week of April. So till that time, though, I'm sure a lot of things will happen and take place. So it should be fine by
Sure.
next year. Yeah. So hopefully everything will be okay, and next year we'll all be able to travel. Yeah. So that's the thing. And what else? Everybody is hiding their faces behind the cameras. Nobody's coming on. Nobody's talking. Nobody's showing. Okay. What else? Okay. Any other questions? What's a good travel insurance for Russia? Travel insurance, I mean, honestly, it doesn't matter which company you take. Every company you take is the same. And actually, I've had people in Russia when I was there. They fell down, they broke their leg, and they broke something else. I had to take them to the hospital, and the hospital did everything for them, and they put them in plaster. All that, they did not check any insurance. They did not charge any money. So in Russia, all this Medicare is free, even for local people, even for tourists. So surprisingly, I mean, for twice it happened. I went to the hospital, and they were not charged a single rupee, and they didn't check about the even the insurance. So honestly, it doesn't matter which you take. Russia education is free, pension is very good, Medicare is free. A lot of things. I mean, what the government is doing for local people is amazing. I mean, like, I don't even see even like a lot of Western countries doing that for the local people. So definitely, it's really good. So you don't need to worry about insurance too much. You need definitely you should take an insurance, but there maybe they will check, they will not check, but they will definitely give you all the support and in the hospital or whatever. How easy it is to go to other regions in Russia, for example, Kharkov or Sochi or Rostov-on-Don. Okay, so Sochi, you can fly down. I mean, you can take a train to everywhere in Russia, but it's very far. So, I mean, if you have time, you can go by train. You will see more of the country, and you will really see the people in the trains, and you'll get to know them. Definitely more fun, more enjoyable. But if you don't have time, then you can fly, and there are a lot of domestic private airlines which are competing. So you will get very good prices. So Rostov-on-Don is not very far from Moscow, so you can go there by bus or by train. And there is something called, if you really want to see something different, then you should see, besides Moscow and St. Petersburg, you should do the Golden Circle. Okay, if you do the Golden Circle, how we have the Golden Triangle, they have something called the Golden Circle, which is starts from Moscow, ends in Moscow. So you go basically all around. You know, you go like a circle, you go all around, and you stop along the way in all these small places, and all of them are beautiful, like Suzdal, Vladimir, Rostov-on-Don, all these places. So you can do that, and you can do that in a week's time. So you can actually do Moscow, plus you can do 1 week of the Golden Circle, then you can fly to St. Petersburg, and then you can fly back to India from there. So it'll be very good. So if you have like 10, 12 days, you can easily do this tour. And traveling is not a problem, because there are flights, there are buses, there are trains. So easy. I mean, depends on your budget and your time, what you have like. So that's not going to be a problem. What is good for shopping? Shopping, vodka is very good. I mean, the number of different vodkas they have is amazing for you. If you don't drink, definitely bring it for your friend, because those vodkas, what you see in the duty free, they are not, I mean, really good. Even the Russian ones you see in the duty free, they are very average one. The real Russian vodkas, what you see in the supermarkets, you will not get to see in the duty free shops. So you should definitely get vodka for your friends if you don't drink. And hi, Vishwas Patel.
Hello.
Yeah. So yeah, you should get the vodka. You should get souvenirs like the dolls, the dolls, Russian dolls, chocolates. Definitely the best chocolates you can get in the world, I would say, in Russia, and very cheap and very lots of different varieties of chocolates. So yeah, so chocolates, vodka, shawls, dolls, these kind of stuff. I mean, like you can buy, and porcelain you can buy. So it's not like regular shopping like Thailand or Hong Kong or something. You can go to malls and everything, but it's very expensive. So, and you get pretty similar stuff in India very much. So not shopping, I would say, it's not the strong point in Russia. I would say like it's not one of the major things to do in Russia. But yeah, it's everything is available. Any special delicacy or must try food or fruit wise? Delicacy though, I mean the soup borscht. There's a soup called borscht, which is very nice, and it's made out of beetroot. And Russian people have it practically nearly every day or every second day. So there is borscht, there is salads, there are different types of salad. Every day they have salad. Then, like I said, steaks, breads, pies they keep making. So dumplings, pelmeni is very popular. You can try pelmeni, and you can try borscht. And the pies you can buy like what vegetarian pies or chicken pies, meat pies over there. Fruit wise, fruits are actually very expensive actually. So even simple things like banana and all is like when you start comparing the price, I would say like yeah, fruit is the only thing which I found to be like quite expensive compared. But fruit wise, not they don't have anything special because the weather in Russia is such that fruits like I mean unfortunately it cannot grow like in that weather. So they also are importing all the fruits from other places, but they have all fruits. I mean, if you want, you can eat all fruits over there, but there is nothing like a special delicacy of fruit over there, like, which you must try. But everything is available. Like what you get in India, everything is available over there. You should definitely try the cheese. I mean, the cheese is amazing. So we only know like Amul cheese and Govardhan cheese and goat cheese and all that, but those are not real cheese. Okay, so the best, I would say, like if you go to the supermarket, I mean, if you go to any supermarket, you'll find a huge range of delicacies. Like in food wise, it is amazing. I mean, like snacks and food and just if you love food, I know my friends over here like who love food. For them, it's really good. I mean, like they will love it over there. So the meat over there is amazing. The fish is amazing. The cheese is amazing. So if you love food, you will love Russia and Russian food. Yes. What else? When are you taking us? I'll take you whenever it starts next year. I mean, like, let me know if you want to go anytime. What else? So I think I've tried to answer all the questions on the chat. If anybody has any other questions, and I think Vishwas Patel, you have any questions?
Yes, apart from St. Petersburg and Moscow, which are the other great places that we can do? Like
apart from so I've like I already said that there is a place called the Golden Circle around Moscow. You can do that, or you can go to Sochi and you can go to Kazan. Kazan. So these are the most popular places after Moscow. And yes, I forgot to mention one very important place. There is a place 1 hour flight above St. Petersburg. So you can go there by flight. It's called Murmansk. Murmansk is a beautiful place. It is on the border, like, with Finland and all. So there you can see the northern lights. So if you normally, when you go to see the northern lights, you have to go to, Finland and all those places in Europe, which are very expensive. Here you can see the same lights because they are in the same sky, the same lights, and you can see it from the Russian side, and you can see it for like nearly 1/4 the price. And you can do everything. You can do everything.
How many months is it visitable? How many months is it visible?
No, not every month. It'll like, I think it's only for 3 to 4 months, but it starts from April only. So I'll have to check on that. I cannot give you a guarantee because I don't know exactly what month it starts, but around that time. But it's you can do the same thing. The Huskies, you can do the reindeer sleds. You can do the reindeer sleds and staying in that igloo kind of places and all those things. So really something different. And next year actually there are some tours launching around that time also, so I'll let you know more in detail about that later on. But yes, definitely must do place Murmansk over there. So Murmansk, Kazan, Sochi, and the Golden Circle of Moscow, these are the main things.
So all through trains, or you would say suggest a flight?
Depends. I mean, if you're going to Murmansk, Sochi, you can, no, I mean, it's quite far, so you'll have to take a flight. I mean,
Okay.
if you have time, then go by train. But otherwise, I think take a flight, because if you buy the flight tickets early, you will get it very cheap, and it's just easy. I mean,
no bullet trains from Moscow to Sochi, or it's only between St. Petersburg and Moscow?
Bullet trains are normally only between St. Petersburg and Moscow. Other normal trains are running everywhere, but they will take up to 36 to 48 hours. Like even there are some train journeys which are 80 hours. So I mean, I think train journeys are a little long over there, so it's difficult. But definitely, if you get a chance, if somebody is interested in doing the Trans-Siberian and the what do you say, the Trans-Siberian, the Trans-Mongolian, you should do it, because it's a journey of a lifetime. Yes. What else? I think I've anything else? I mean, anything else? Yeah. Anybody else asking any more questions in the chat? I can't see any, but talking now in the chat. But let me know if you have any. Hi, Nikunj. Hi, how are you? Yeah. So I think I've covered.
Hi.
Yeah. So I'm recording this webinar. So I will, in case if you have missed the beginning, you can see it again when I upload it to the YouTube channel. Okay.
Sure.
Yeah. And so any other questions? I mean, Nikunj, you have any questions? You've come in now, but do you have any questions on Russia? Like, I've gone through most of it very quickly, because I thought it was going to end in 40 minutes, but it didn't end.
Sure.
Yeah,
I'll go through your YouTube channel. I'll go through that.
Yeah. So yeah, if you have any questions, let me know about anything. And anybody else has any questions? Sahil, Samir, Mehul, who else is there? So I think a couple of people have left. So okay. So I think that's it. Then I think I've answered most of the things. Yeah, some people are saying, somebody's saying we should plan a Trans-Siberian trip. Yes, definitely. Trans-Siberian is an amazing journey. It's definitely it's things to do in life, bucket list. So we should try to do it next year. Okay, Sahil, you can leave. I'll see you on Saturday. All right. So take care. And okay, guys. So then I think I've said whatever I could think of. I must have missed out few things, but all the main things I've covered. Okay, so you can have a look in the video recording, and if you have any questions, you can email me, message me, or email me on WhatsApp or whatever. And I will also. This is the link for my channel, so I'll just put it. So 1 second. And if anybody who has not joined, you can join. Okay, so that's all for now. So then yeah, I'll put this on the YouTube, and then I'll see you soon, all the guys. Okay, so Vishwas, I'll see you. Bye everybody. Thanks a lot for coming. Thanks a lot for being on this meeting. Thank you very much. Okay, bye. Take care. Bye.